Yo, welcome to Iron Circle, where fitness meets mindset, manze. Every time is game time. I think Tanzania leo. What's up, Malak?
What's up, man?
Leo umetrain?
Bro. Leo I go hard. It's Monday. Huwa naanza na mamioto vibaya sana. So I was training chest. Will you train today? Did you train today?
Sijuka walk, taking a long walk is training. Asubuhi niliamka. But since sikuwa home niliamua tu manzeni ya moto leo take to just a good walk for creativity, for kufungua tu akili. In a sense, yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah. But I made sure I did something physical. So we agreed on that. Physicality lazima.
So naangalia vile season saa hii iko.
Yeah.
Like imerudia wewe ku procrastinate useme uta workout iko juu sana.
Very, very high.
So kama kuna wakati unafaa kuangalia your discipline mazeni hii wakati.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Maze. Hey, this cold weather season, Maze, it can either make you or break you. Because you can make excuses kwa stuff.
Hey,
it's very easy to make excuses. Kuna time fulani nimekuwa sio kama unakumkanga saa zingine unakuwa tempted to call like by the way kunanyesha kuna baridi I can relax. Mimi nakuwa tempted but nakumbukanga every time is game time.
There's no time to relax.
Hakuna time ya relax, hakuna time ya baridi ni kurelax mse. You need to do things, you need to be out there Maze, especially right now in our 20s Maze. The grind is on.
Yeah, so me I trained today. Tumeshamaliza hiyo part, so now tuingilie part ya mindset Maze. Leo ungetaka tuingilie nini leo?
Leo Maze umesema hizo hayo leo nikamuelewa tuongelee detachment.
The power of detachment.
Attachment and detachment, Maze. Very, very interesting, Maze. So
attachment issues, Maze.
Attachment issues. A lot of people have attachment issues, you say. And we tumesema see quality or character of a man who wants to go out there and conquer the world, Maze. May think I'll ask you why, sasa. Let me watch an interview leo nikuuliza why. Why detachment?
Nianze by saying this. You cannot hurt a man who has nothing to lose.
Yeah. And the most dangerous one.
In Akuanga, it's either you cannot hurt a man who has nothing to lose or a man who has everything to lose. So when you exist in either of those extremes, that's a very dangerous man.
Yeah, for sure.
So now I don't mean that you should not own anything, but right now we're saying that you build wealth and their own bado shed like it will be substantial. Unafaa ku tap into that your mode you're not attached to anything. Because you have not built anything substantial inside you. Doesn't have to protect
Exactly.
Kama landi ama wadoi. Yeah, but ukifika your point now sasa utachange. But as of now as a young man, practice that thing.
The law of detachment.
Be attached to nothing.
You know, msema hivyo na nikafikiria always my mind goes to verses. Kuna verse fulani yenye Paul anasemanga in Philippians 1:11 anasemanga everything I consider loss. In fact, I consider these things rubbish.
Everything is vanity.
Yeah, everything is vanity. For the sake of knowing Christ, man.
King Solomon himself said that.
Yeah, King Solomon said everything under the sun man is vanity, man. So like vile ulisema hiyo stuff nilikuwa like it makes so much sense because like we are humans, so to experience your stuff. When I see myself being attached to something, even money manze, I see how I lose control. I see how I lose power manze. And the fact that Paul anasema everything I consider loss for the sake of knowing Christ, I feel like we all need to be attached to something. But it depends on like if you're attached to a higher purpose, if you're attached to God, if you're attached to a higher goal manze, I think you can never ever go wrong with that. But if you attach to things of the world, another scripture says, set your mind on things that are heavenly, and not earthly. You are able to accomplish or do a lot, man. Kwa sababu wewe niambie instances zenye umekuwa attached, kwa sababu I'm pretty sure you've been here and there about those who are attached to things, man. Like how did it go for you?
Maze, ukiwa attached to stuff, inakuanga ni kama it's like a poison. Sababu unapata now is a way to they kind of control your life. It's bad to be connected to something. But once you are connected to something which is not necessary in life, zitakuumiza. So, for example, I'll give a very basic example. For example, you cannot be attached to food.
Exactly. Your basic.
Because I will use an example in Yemen. I've practiced not being attached to food. So right now, I'm trained in a way that I can go without food for 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and my brain cannot complain.
Buda, unajua levels, ukisemanga levels kwa hii stuff. Every time na then ingine nimeachieve mara kana kujanga niambia kitu fulani tu niko like, damn, now I need to level up. Kwa sababu pia uliniambianga off wheat Buda, and wheat is crazy. Shit. Kuachana na wheat chapo is wow.
Once utafika your point whereby, you know, hunger is something which you cannot conquer, you just control it.
Yeah.
Once utafika your point whereby you're not attached to food, like unaweza tu wanaki food pale ni tango sasa tu.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Maza hapo na ujumbe. We tap into
3 days, bro. 3 days without complaining njaa, without complaining life imekuwa tough.
Kitambo iko hivyo.
Exactly, yeah.
Just last year but 1 hour man. Ungekaa hivi una feel njaa hata una struggle unataka tu ukula but right now umefika hapo. Yeah, so that's just one example. Na vitu mingi.
Yeah, but if you can conquer food, bro, unajua food is very primal.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Ukikonga hiyo utapata translate into other things.
Would you say it has related to other things, kama let's say your sexual urges?
Pia if you conquer, unajua ukianza kuconquer food, pia utajipata mazee. Sometimes unajua kama if you got high libido, sometimes when the bottom head inakusumbua unataka, you know. Na wewe mwenyewe hii kichwa juu haitaki. You can easily control it because umesha practice now to control your hunger. And you can control the bottom.
I'm asking that because I think an influencer who wrote that, Maze, if you want to actually curb, Maze, if you're actually struggling with masturbation, one point of conquering it is fasting. So nilikuwa najaribu kuangalia link iko hapo. Mbona msame amesema hii stuff? Because most of the times inakuanga you know, make sure you don't sleep with your phone, make sure you are not in hygiene, ndio uko triggered, but alisema fasting and nikakuwa like, okay, this actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, kwa sababu food, hunger and sexual desire is very primal. It's very animalistic. So moja, and everything is connected. That's what I'm coming to realize, man. Kila kitu iko connected. So ukiweza kukonga moja, the other one
inakuwa rahisi.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's very true. Cause I think for my case pia, for food pia, I remember huku job tunakuanga na tasabiwanga food around from 11 na last year nakumbukanga ulikuwa unafika place manze unakosana chef unakosana chef unaanza kujam. I had to be self aware, bro. Ilibidi nimerudi nyumbani kujiuliza manze mbona najam kwa sababu mse manze ameanza kunisumbua kuniserve saa 6. Kwa like okay, there's work to do. There's work to do. Literally food, mse. If you're attached to food, it inafika place manze it controls the emotions.
Not as food pekee. Kuna many urges.
Kuna a lot of urges, yeah.
Pia unajua sometimes, assuming for example unaweza kuwa attached to maybe sherehe.
Yeah.
Ama dopamine.
Yeah.
Whereas unaweza pata ina get in the way of you trying to do G-work sessions.
Yes,
unaweza kuwa unasema I want to sit down, do a 3-hour work session without distraction. Na maybe inakuja hiyo kazi zitaikana Friday. Na wewe umezoea Friday ni sherehe. You are attached to that.
Uko system.
Uko system. So pia unafaa kukonka hiyo. Unafaa leo unasema no, you actually go back next week. That's another example.
No, it's very very true kwa sababu like your story pia kuwa attached to like vitu fiti kama partying manzina kwa affect your life. Now dopamine, yeah. We're not saying that hizi vitu ni wrong, but you need to have an order of priority in life.
Okay, unajua things that you can only be attached to bad things. You can also be attached to good things. Come for example, I work out a lot.
Yeah.
Asijaitaka ifike a point where I'm attached to working out.
Only.
That's when the first place I changed my working out place. Like I don't work out in the gym. I work out from home because ulikuwa unapata nilikuwa attached, I was so much attached to the gym. Na sikuwa napenda hiyo. So ungepata hata ningeenda gym. Do you know one time ilinipenia? I went to train in the gym. Now I'm a very passionate guy when I train. When I work out, people join me. They ask, "Hey, Mala, you have a good body. What do you do?" Na sometimes kitu kama hiyo ilifanya msee akafeel weak when alikuwa on your gym. So what I realized that guy did after some days, alianza kukua so cold to me.
Okay.
Akaanza kunicontrol. For example, kama angeona anafanya mazoezi fulani kwa kiti, ananiambia bro, wacha kufanya, utavunja hii kiti. Mtu ashai kuambia kitu unaona bro, hii ni wewe bro.
Hii utoto.
Hii vitu ni utoto bro, ni wewe.
Utavunja kiti.
Utavunja kiti sio mara usweti hapo sana, sio nini. Like unashinda mtu mwingine hapa anakuambia before ndio ulikuwa unazifanya. So umse akaanza kutumia that place to control me, like kwanza kuni limit. Alikuwa kwa maana niko napenda sana kuwaka kwenye gym sana nataka sasa kuanza kulimit. That was my turning point. Kasema no, I better work out in my room whereby I go hard. I can do anything. I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so that's what example here. Working out is a good thing, but unaona msela kama mshaanza kutumia control.
Yeah, it's true.
If you love sex too much, I won't control.
I won't control you. Kwanza hapo
if you love food too much, people use it
to control.
If you love money so much,
speaking about money, I remember the first time tulipatana. Now initial interaction, because me nakumbukanga initial interactions kwa sababu tu ulikuwa una behave in a peculiar way yenye manze it's not so many people you meet who are like that, especially kwa hii age yetu man. Bro, like you're one person manze unaweza kuwa broke manze lakini msee hata hizi jua.
I'm not
like bad. I'm not attached to.
I'm not attached to money.
Buda, that was classic. That was classic. Ilifika the place and you call like okay, mimi naweza kuwa nimesota lakini bado life ni. Kwa sababu ya aura was still bado wewe ni mala. Tunapatana tuko like nini majo sasa unakolea tu sio like check it bro. Hata nimesota design nyingine man.
I'll go back to what you just said. When you attach yourself to a higher purpose. Unajua money iko hapa and a higher purpose.
Iko iko hapa.
So if you attach yourself to that higher self.
Yeah.
Anaongeanga na
yeah.
If you get attached to that person, I don't think kuna kitu cha control in this world.
Wow.
It's always the cause zinatembelea hapa. So people try to manipulate you using money nini wetu.
Exactly, even what we've talked about right now, kitu yenye I'm going through right now. But also like kitu imenibamba ni nini? It's because of the conversations we have. Kwa sababu nimechukulia ka test. Kwa like ni sawa, okay ni sawa. Do your worst, maybe I'll make sure I still play my part. Penye itaisha, we will go on, we will push on man.
Yeah.
And this is a mentality I wouldn't have had kama singekuwa nimecheki at play mseka wewe. Unacheki. So yeah,
that's bro to bro.
Iron sharpens iron man. So like the reason why we're showcasing this is cause man, this is a work you can do it alone. Lazima uko na msee mwenye unaangalia uko like wewe msee pia anaweza fanya hii shit. So pia mimi it's not impossible to do man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you are able to champion one another man. So detachment man, would you say you're the most detached person ama like bado you're still working on it?
There's one thing unajua hii generation mazee tuko nayo. Nikufikirianga you can get something normalize hiyo shughuli. Hakuna every time is game time.
Yeah, every time is game time.
Bako kufe. I'll quote Tom Shelby mazee alisema there's no rest
for me in this life.
There's no rest in this world.
For me, perhaps in the next.
What of kidding? Your statement bro. Like there's no rest bro. There's no fucking rest.
There is no
rest. For a man.
Yeah. It's true.
I've been working out for now 7 years. But I'm still working out and I'll continue working out.
Yeah.
Maybe into my late 80s, summer 70s, come what I'm and that's just but one area. Now other main areas bado yani once umeanza hiyo journey ni hivyo until you enter the grade. Kama sasa hiyo practicing like detachment. After a point whereby you will be on autopilot, but it means that now the work is done. That's how to slack say ha.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm done.
It's true.
Yeah, you must still continue, you know. Yeah. You must continue being vigilant.
One mentor of ours who quoting we own nothing, we're just renting, and it's true. If you're not working on yourself, out own anything.
When they do say that. You might make a video by the way before they ban my TikTok. I said that. I said when you work out, you're paying rent for that body. You are. If you work out, you're paying for how you're going to look the next day.
Yeah.
Ama wewe bado kula kabisa good diet right now. Become you're paying rent for how you look. Tomorrow. You're putting in the work right now. It appears tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So we must all work out our salvation with fear and trembling, manze. That is very true in the sense that manze like easy to say like you're trying to like educate. Other stuff kusema educate kwa sababu we're all learning these things at the same time. Like easy to say we're trying to express and share is because we've seen the other side of life. Minimum the other side of attachment, how it is, man. How people can control you. How your emotions control you because you're attached to things which are useless. Kukuwa attached to food, msee kukula food saa nane hiyo ni kuzi. Unaona? And I've seen the other side of like, okay, itakam, una relax manze. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's freedom on the other side of detachment, manze.
You know, Kombianga, when you show that you don't fear, not showing.
Actually embody.
Be. Actually be. Don't let anything like control you. Figure, make it in your like put it in your bucket list to make sure that nothing controls you. Like leo unaweza kaa hivi unyang'anye manguba kina body yako you're like I'm good.
No uko sawa.
na niko sawa and you remain happy.
Actually me I think
Bro,
you know kwenye Grace alikuwa anasema turning the other cheek.
no one can conquer it.
Wallahi, turning the other cheek.
What's the point? I'm assuming you'll be unstoppable.
And it's very freeing. It's one of the most freeing things to do, manze. Me, I'm on that journey, manze. Of course, not perfect, but it was one of the most freeing things, manze. Nothing can hurt me. Nothing can hurt me, manze.
And I think as a man, manze, unafaa kuwa hata ukisha amass like wealth.
Exactly.
Bado kuwa na hiyo mentality. Kuwa na mentality ya you own nothing, you are attached to a lot of things.
Exactly.
Designer clothes, provided una work out na body yako iko tu sawa. Manze, wewe pesa yako tumia sasa you know like kuweka familia yako vizuri.
Yeah, ni kweli.
Hivyo.
Yeah, ni kweli. Kwa safari nimetuma kwa group ya Ansako limeongea about adaptability. Hiyo the most primal quality a man needs to have ni adaptability. Adaptability manze. Kwa sababu that girl you love man anaweza amka akutoke, what will you do? Hiyo job yenye uko nayo manze inaisha. Hiyo job yenye uko nayo wenye unakaa manze unaenda manze unatembea manze unafeel umefika manze inaisha.
Inaisha.
And what man are you when you lose everything? That is what I usually ask myself.
I saw someone very influential like alisema men are born to suffer. Na upsa anasema hivyo they are gonna millions. Alisist akasema men are born to suffer. Because alisema unafikiri kuna mashida sasa hivi. Unafikiri ukipata pesa life itakuwa rahisi. Utafika hapo unapata level 3.
Yeah.
Problems.
Exactly.
Exactly. Ukipanda juzi unafikiri unapata level 5.
Exactly.
So ukiangalia hivyo like men are born to suffer.
Unajua like kama unasema hivyo
regardless of the level you are in mzee. Utasuffer.
Unajua mimi mara kwa time unakuwa na dono unakuwa na stress.
It's funny.
Livali sana. But then mimi nakuwa na soda. Kuna peace. Sasa hivi
pata ndio ingie. Hapo ndo unajua sasa kumbe kuna na stress.
Una stress mzee. Leo hiyo utaki ishe, unataka ishe, itafanya nini? So mimi
ushafika mahali unabaki na do. And then imebaki kama 500 hizo ndio na unabajitia na shini fanyeni nadhani I go and fucking nani nikule ugali samaki tu vizuri. Hiyo pesa hiyo.
Actually that's what I do nowadays mzee. Wacha ishe,
okay. Unaona not food vizuri. Unakula. And then kwa mimi fulani nangu msala kwa anasema if the money that you have cannot help you, eat the money. Eat.
Kula, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Now let's hunt.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. So yeah, like unakam realize manze, like everything iko na yin and yang, and it's to embrace every season and every opportunity of life. We usually say nataka kujiuliza siku hizi question when I'm going through something which I find difficult. What is God teaching me at this season of life? No complaining.
Very important.
No complaining, no like by the way nifanye nini change. I can change nothing. Okay, what is God teaching me at this season of life? Alafu na nimependa the main theme of the conversation we've had today because it teaches you to be calm and still. Yeah. Or like, okay, shit in a burn up. Everything is going down to in flames. But I need to be still. I need to be calm. And I feel like that also needs to be the root of every man.
There's a certain concept here Buddhism wanapendanga sana. Wanasemanga we are one with everything. At the same time, say the same guy when you say you don't need to own anything because it's like you own everything. It's a kind of a paradox.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's a very interesting idea.
You know, kitambo before was what colonize nasikianga. We used to thrive in barter trade. Tulikuwa napata kama for example umesha maova, umesha maembe ziko kwangu kwa wingi. Ulikuwa pata ukikuja kwangu na kwambia bro wewe kula because iko hapo. Tena zitaisha tena zime. Ulikuwa unapata everything was in plenty. So it's like ulikuwa connected to almost everything. Everything. So hakuwa niyo need ya kutaka ku own everything. Hii tabia ya capitalism.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Mkoja kufanya watu kwa crazy.
Yeah.
Watu wana own vitu na bado they don't give them happiness.
People don't live full lifestyles. Like ni wasanga penye mala tunakaa chini tunasema like umse yes akona do. Yes akona do. Lakini siwezi penda life yake.
There's a disconnect.
There is a disconnect. And I thank God that this is at least from scratch so we know what's important and what's not. And yeah, manze, hopefully you guys learned something, manze, from Iron Circle, manze. But thank you for the guys who watch. Thank you for the guys who subscribe because of this, manze. Manze, we do it for y'all, manze. Now, hopefully, tutanambali na content, manze.
Yeah.
So, if you're a bro, tell a bro to watch manze, so that we can help each other improve manze and navigate the troubles that come with life, because kama wewe ni mwanaume utapitia shida na ni lazima.
Absolutely.
So every time
it's game time.
Every time is game time.